Hi, everyone. We've now gone through the first three petitions of the Lord's Prayer. The first that starts with the Our Father, the second that starts with Thy kingdom come, and the third, which is the Give us our daily bread. Hopefully, by now you're seeing that each of these petitions can have a much deeper and richer meaning and significance than they commonly have when we just routinely or casually recite them. We're about to look at the fourth petition, forgive as we forgive. But I think that we've made enough progress on the prayer that we can start getting some benefit by applying what we've learned and read. Some of you may have read ahead or even skimmed the entire book after you received it. But for everyone else, I'd like to jump ahead to the postscript of the book, titled Suggestions for Praying the Lord's Prayer. One of the things I think that we sometimes fail to do as a community of faith is to teach or tutor people on how to pray themselves. Never mind that many of us are not comfortable offering or leading a public prayer. Many of us find that we are not equipped to even pray by ourselves, other than a quick appeal to God for something that we need at that moment, or a short statement of thanks to God for something that went our way. But a practice of prayer offers us so much more. Regular contact with God opens the door to God's power through the Holy Spirit to change us, to transform us for the better, to better reflect that image of God in which we were all created. Before Jesus gives us the Lord's Prayer, Jesus says, pray like this. It is clear that Jesus expects us to regularly pray deeply and meaningfully to God. But how do we do that? Well, Martin Luther, the German priest who started the Protestant movement, believed that the Lord's Prayer was so important that it represented the very structure and content by which we were to offer our prayers. In effect, Jesus is teaching us what and how to pray. So I'm inviting you to do two things. First, skip ahead and read the postscript of the book. In many ways, Adam Hamilton is attempting to recover what Martin Luther proposed, making the Lord's Prayer a daily practice, but enhancing it with our thoughts, our experiences, our needs, and our hopes as a way to create and sustain a faithful and personal relationship with God. When you read the postscript, pay particular attention at the beginning to the example of how Adam Hamilton prays the Lord's Prayer. Second, make a commitment to pray the Lord's Prayer every day in the same fashion, but customize it yourself. Do whatever works for you. First thing in the morning, during your lunch break, before you go to bed, whatever works for you. Just try to do it daily or as often as you can during the week. But try to pray it the way Adam Hamilton does in his example, adding your own prayers and thoughts after each of the petitions. I have found this to be so beneficial to me, especially when I don't know what to pray that day, or if I find myself super distracted and having a hard time focusing. This is one of the great promises of the Lord's Prayer, that we can realistically, actually, and in fact, pray like this. I invite you to give this a try this week and for the rest of the book study. You'll be able to apply what you're learning and what God has revealed to you during our first half of our book study, so that you can start receiving some of the benefits of the readings. And we'll be able to continue to build on this prayer during the second half of our book study. Hopefully by that time, when we finish the book study, you'll have a brand new prayer practice to go with all your new insights. I look forward to hearing about your experiences with this.